Hello everybody and welcome back to another Gaming Abroad. My name is Jens and today we're going to take a look at the 3DS market as it stands today, May 22nd, the day before Nintendo decides to go ahead and stop letting people use credit cards to purchase games from the eShop. So starting tomorrow, guys, it's the final countdown. No, actually, no, not yet. It's actually step one, which means no credit cards for purchases through the DS shop. So the only way you can purchase games starting after tomorrow, I believe, would be just using the eShop gift cards that you can buy from like Best Buy, GameStop, or other places, and then putting money into your wallet and then being able to purchase games. So what I wanted to do is before the prices go on a second spike, which I believe there will be a second wave of price increases starting after tomorrow, we're going to talk about some of the games that I believe that you should be picking up now, because these games are only going to keep going up in price, which they did back in February, because they started to slowly increase. Now it's already May. They're anywhere between $15 to $20 more. Some have doubled in value. So these are going to be the games that I believe are becoming harder to find and might even become rare games in the next year or so. Okay, so let's begin with a really big, I guess, type of DS games that there's quite a few of them. And I think this is one that you should really go out and get, is the Pokemon series. So there's quite a few Pokemon games on the 3DS. Of course, we have both Pokemon Sun and Moon. These are still about, I believe, $15, so you can get them quite cheap. I would start here with these. Then we can move on to, we have Pokemon Y and Pokemon X. Another great games that you can kind of find. They're slowly going up in price, so definitely start picking these up. And then we have Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. These are going for a little bit more. Again, all these Pokemon games are going to start increasing in price, so I definitely recommend you guys start picking them up. Here's Sun and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and these I believe came out, I think, towards the end of the 3DS cycle maybe, and they didn't do too well. So these are maybe some of the games that you also want to collect, and maybe those last two will go up in value. But I'm not really sure which one is going to be the ones that you should be focusing on. But these right here I picked up from one person. He sold them all to me, so I decided these are added to the collection. I do have doubles that I'll eventually end up trading. So that's one big series of games that I recommend you guys try to collect now, because those prices are only going to keep going up, especially with Pokemon games. Next, this series needs no introduction. Nintendo, Zelda. These right here I would highly recommend also to start picking up, because they're Zelda games. So what else can I say about Zelda games? People love Zelda. I love Zelda. I have a bunch of figures, games, and collectibles. So this one here is the what is it, I guess the East Asian version of the game, but I did order the American one, and that one should be coming in whenever they let things go in here, because we're still locked down. It's been about 60 days. Still on lockdown, but things are slowly coming in. So another series, the Legend of Zelda series. This one here, each one of these games is what, about $25 to $30 right now, and they're slowly increasing in price. So that's another series that I recommend that you pick up. Atlas games, guys. Atlas has so many games, different kinds of games that you can pick up. There's like the Soul Hackers. This one is going to definitely go up in price, because there's part 2 coming out for the Switch. So anything Atlas is really doing very well on eBay, so I highly recommend keep an eye out for Atlas games. And there's so many of them. There's Devil Survivor here, another great one that I picked up. The Shin Megami Tensei games, there's like 2 or 3 of them, I think, or maybe there's 2 of them, I think. And then the E-Train series, I have a few of these. I have Dungeons. Number 4, this one is which one? Legends of the Titan. And then I have, I think this is the second one, the Millennium Girl. And then the Fafnir Knight. So again, Atlas games are doing really well on eBay. Their prices are just going up quite fast. So these are some of the games I would say keep an eye out for. And of course the Persona series. These are great games. I played from the PS Vita ones. I played the PS4 one, number 5. So there's quite a few really good games on here. So Atlas games, guys. These games are really going up in price. This is another series here that I highly recommend if you're able to run across this one here to pick it up. The first one here is, there's 3 of them that I have. I think there's a 4th one. Miracle Mask. This one wasn't going for too much back in February, but it's slowly climbing. Now it's up to like $60. It's not as expensive as the other 2, but it's slowly going up. And then this one here is now like at about $100 to $110 now. A couple of months ago it was about $80, so slowly climbing up. This one's going for $160 to $200. So definitely these 3 Professor Layton series games are games that you want to keep an eye out for. And I think there's one more. So great games. I got lucky, guys. Those 3 I picked up from one person. Gave me a fantastic deal. I think it was like $140 for all 3, so not too bad. And I picked them up, I believe it was somewhere around February, March. So those are some really good games that I picked up. And I mean, it's just games that are going to do very well as the time goes forward. They're just going to keep getting more expensive. And a lot of people have recommended this series to me, so this is probably where I'm going to start after I beat Kirby Planet Robobot. So these over here are all different kinds of games that I believe will go up in price and are going to be rare. So they're in no particular order. I just kind of grabbed them off my collection. So we have Final Fantasy Explorers. I've seen this one start to slowly go up in price. So this is a really good one that I would recommend. If you can find it, pick it up. We have this one here. There's the Mario and Luigi series. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. These are going to go up in price definitely, guys. So I would say if you're able to find the 3DS Mario and Luigi games, definitely pick them up because they're just getting harder to find. I believe Paper Jam is one of them, and there's another one, I think, I forget the name of it, Bowser or something. But there's a few of them that I would recommend picking up. That one's going to be a hard game to find. This one is not that hard to find yet. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. This one, I think, since it's a first-party Nintendo game, first-party Nintendo games tend to do very well. This one will slowly start to go up in price, especially since the new Xenoblade Chronicles game's coming out. So maybe people will find they'll be interested in the series and they want to go back and play this one, so they might come back and grab this one. Especially if you can take it on a handheld system, play where on the go, on a flight or anything like that. This one here is definitely going up in price. Fantasy Life. I've never played this one. I wanted to play when it first came out, but I ended up skipping this game, and now I got a chance to get it. I just recently got this copy, and I think that this one is already at about, I believe, like $60. Could be definitely selling for more just because it's very hard to find. So this one here, Fantasy Life. And the next one I got here is, of course, everybody knows this one, Kid Icarus Uprising. There's rumors that they might make it for the Switch. They might remake it. So nothing has been confirmed, but this game here, it's just shot up in price since February, and it's very hard to find. It's going for like about $100. It can go for more if you have like the one that comes with the box, the thicker box. There's like a little stand and some cards. And yeah, definitely Kid Icarus, a game to keep your eye out on. And let's see, we have a fighting game, Project X Zone. So there's 2 of them, X Zone and X Zone 2, are in the $100 mark to be able to purchase these games. So if you can find them, again, pawn shops, swap meets, game stores, trades, anything. If you can find these games or any of these other games that are mentioning, it's definitely a way to go, because these games, I'm telling you guys, are just getting really crazy. Project X Zone 1 and 2. So that's a really good series. One game that I don't have is Tales of Abyss. That one should be coming in hopefully in whenever it comes in, maybe a week or 2. But that one, I kind of noticed that game has started to slowly go up in price. It was about maybe $60, I believe, February. Now it's going for like $80, $90, and it's Tales of Abyss. I like the Tales series. I just finished Tales of Arise on the PS5. Great game. The ending was kind of dragged down a little bit. There's so much information, but a great game altogether. Story of Seasons. There's, I believe, maybe two story. This one, Story of Seasons, and Story of Seasons Trio of Towns, I believe. These are slowly going up in price. They're anywhere between $30 to $50. So really good games, I guess. I haven't played any of these. It looks like this town building. They look interesting. So maybe in the future, be a game that I do want to try. So Story of Seasons, guys. Maybe also the Harvest Moon series. I'm not really sure how those are doing. Let's see here. Tamagotchi Life. My friend, again, I mentioned it before, he loves these kind of games, so this would be a really good game to pick up. This one has been going up in price, and it's just getting harder and harder to find. I believe this one goes for about $40 on eBay. And then we have, of course, the game that I'm playing, Kirby Planet Robobot. I beat the Kirby game on the Switch, so I wanted to go back and try this one. And I'm loving this game. It's really fun, the different kind of robots you can jump into and the abilities. And the stages are really fun. So this is a game I highly recommend. It's going up in price slowly. I believe it's anywhere between like $50+. The other game that I want to get is Kirby's Epic Yarn. That game is going up in price like crazy. It's like at 100, 150. I saw Mr. Rightway on his one of his latest videos. He picked up 2 copies of it. Each one was about $45 from a local game store that he visited, I believe somewhere in Arkansas. I think that's where he was at. So a lucky guy. I mean, he's gonna keep one and then one to trade, which is, you know, the name of the game, guys. If you can find extra copies, buy one for your collection, buy one to sell or to flip, and use those funds to buy another game, or you can trade with somebody to find a game that you're missing, because a lot of these games are already starting to get into the $60 mark, $70 mark, and it's only gonna get more and more expensive to collect some of these 3DS games. Another series that I recommend you guys keep an eye out for is the Fire Emblem series. So I got 3 of them. I got Birthright, Conquest, and Awakening, and I've seen that these have slowly started going up in price also. I did play Fire Emblem on the Switch. I loved the game. It was really fun. I'm waiting for the next one to come out, the next Fire Emblem game. But these are great games to pick up and to keep an eye on, and these I would highly recommend adding to your collection as soon as possible. And then we have a couple of games that I bought. This one I didn't know. Actually, these next 2 games, I didn't know that they were doing so well, only because I keep an eye on eBay, that I can see the prices of games that are sold. I go to the eBay sold listings and I kind of look at the games that are selling, and I'm trying to kind of pick the games that I need for my collection and that I can flip to make profit. So this one here is Tekken. This game here is going up a lot in price. It was about $80+. It's gone about $20 up since February, and this game is only going to get harder and harder to find. I found a copy, it's sealed, so it's really cool. I'll add that to my collection. I just kind of getting lucky here in China that on that app Shenyu, I can find a lot of vendors that have games that are sealed. I mean, I don't mind buying if they're complete in box or if they're sealed. Either or, I'll add them to my collection, because eventually I'm going to end up opening them to play or to try them out. Another game that I saw is doing really well, fighting games, guys. Dead or Alive Dimensions. This one here is a $90+ game. It has gone up about $20 to $30 since February, so that's the first spike that these games went up in price. And yeah, I didn't even know this game was so expensive. So again, another fighting game. That's a really good value, and I think it's going to be one of those rare games to try to collect for your collection. And another one here that I don't know why I guess they didn't make enough of these, or was only released in a certain region, but this FIFA 14 is one game that is very hard to find. I've seen them go anywhere from $150 to $200+ on eBay. Looking at eBay now, I think there's only like one listed for like $160 or $70, and I got this one for about $30. And I got 2 of them. This is my second copy, so one of them eventually I'll end up either flipping to buy more games, or hopefully trading with somebody for some of their games or something like that. But yeah, FIFA 14, guys, very hard to find game for some reason. And then this next game needs no introduction. I remember when Nintendo made the announcement, I saw a post on Twitter, I'll put it here, where people were saying, hey, the games are going to go up in price like crazy, and then somebody said, oh, Metal Gear is going to be one of those harder ones. And yep, I started looking at the prices of Metal Gear in February, and now it almost doubled in price, this game, since February. And it's going from anywhere in box complete from $150 all the way up to like $300. It just depends, you know, who's buying the games or what condition the copy is. I have a few of them that are in great condition with box, manual, everything, and I think I have like 3 that are sealed. So I'm at about like, I think I got like about 9 copies of Metal Gear. And again, guys, I'm not trying to hoard them just to like say, oh, I got 9 copies of Metal Gear. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use those games, sell them or flip them, use that profit to build that 3DS collection, so I can build my collection by using as little of my money as possible. And not only that, I want to trade some of these games with people. Hopefully, I don't know when I can go home. I would love to go home next year, because I don't think it'll happen this year, but next year maybe. Go home, take some of these games that I don't ship now, and take them with me, go to some conventions, trade with some people, because there's tons of games that I need. I mean, there's, what, 433 games? I think I'm close to about maybe 100 games, so it's not too bad, and I can use some of these games to collect. Some other games that I don't have that I want to mention is Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 is also going up in price little by little, so that's a great game to try to find right now. We have the Bravely Default series. These games are holding their value. They're about anywhere from $40 to $50. Brand new, they're another like $10, $15. I'm just looking at a list, guys. We have, what else we have? Oh, the Dragon Quest games. These games I've been trying to find here. Every time I find them, I kind of miss the sales. People beat me to them and they buy them for like $20. These games are going anywhere from like $70. Dragon Quest 7 is going like about $70 to $100. Dragon Quest 8, $100 to $150. So these are games that I want to add to the collection, and games that came highly recommended by a lot of friends. Is you have to play these Dragon Quest games. I've only played, I believe, 9 on the PlayStation 4. A great game, love the animation. Got hooked on the casinos, just gambling. I don't know, I get stuck in mini games when I play games, especially like Yakuza, like all the different side games and stuff like that. I just get hooked on games like that. What else do we got? Yokai Watch games are also going up in value. I found a lot of listings here for Yokai Watch 2, the Ghostly Spirits, I believe. I forget the name, but or Ghostly Ghouls. I don't know. It's the one that has like a little ghost in it. It's going for like about $90 brand new back home. Here for about $30. So I already purchased it, waiting for it to show up. Those are going expensive, very expensive. I got number 3 a couple of maybe about a month and a half back. It was still $160. Number 3 now is going for like $200 or more. What else we got here? Oh, Metroid Samus returns, and Metroid Force Federation, I believe. Those 2 games are going to go up in price, so keep an eye out for the Metroid games. We have Monster Hunter Stories. That one is hard to find. It's about like a $60 plus or more game. Ever Oasis, another hard to find game. That one I've been trying to catch here, but haven't found it yet, and it's going for about $50 or more. And Ace Combat is another game that I saw that goes anywhere from like $60 to $70. Yeah, that one's seen about a $20 to $30 increase. And one last game is Shinobi for the 3DS. Shinobi is going for about anywhere $60 or more, and that one's almost doubled in price since February, guys. So I mean, you can kind of go to price charting, plug in some of the games, and then you can, there's like an option of, you can go 1 year, 6 months, click on 6 months, and you can put like you know, loose, complete in box, or new, and it'll kind of graph it for you. So I go a little bit off of that, but at the same time I go to eBay and just plug in the game under sold items, and then it lists the last, you know, couple of games that have sold, and you can see over time how the prices have changed for a lot of these games. So there's definitely so many games that are just going to keep going up in price, because this is tomorrow's announcement. Tomorrow's the end of using credit cards to purchase games. So then now people are only going to be able to buy eShop cards. Once the eShop cards are gone, then whatever money you have in your wallet, that's it. That's all you're going to be able to use until Nintendo closes the eShop down, and all you'll be able to get is just updates for your games. So I just wanted to kind of tell you what I feel are some of like the hard games that, that are going to become hard to find, and some of the games that I suggest that you pick up. Of course, you can always go the other route. You can start picking up some of the cheaper games, start picking them up because those are a lot cheaper, and maybe those will see a price increase as time goes on. So make a plan, guys, how you want to tackle your collection. I'm going for all 430 plus games. So there's going to be some kind of, some of the games are shovelware that I'll end up picking up just to add to the collection. Some of them is just maybe games I'll never play. And some other ones are games that I want to try out and see how fun they are. So I can't wait to see how many games we end up, playing. But I have so many games to play, and I'm definitely going to have to pick a starting point with all these games, because a couple of months ago when I started, guys, in January, I had no 3DS games, no systems. I just thought, hey, you know what, this is be something cool to do. I can build this 3DS collection just by flipping games that I find here, or systems, or accessories, or action figures, and I can fund this beautiful collection of 3DS games and maybe some systems, and I can do it by using very little of my money, which is what I'm trying to do. Well, guys, I just wanted to tell you about the games that I think that you should collect. And I want to thank everybody for watching the videos. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. I'm almost at 100 viewers. Yay! It's slow, but we're building the community, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of things coming up. I have so many games that I'm waiting to arrive, and systems and other stuff. And I can't wait to show everything to you guys. So anyways, guys, until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you again.